What's up, guys? I finally figured out how to do this whole camera setup like Mr. Weiner does, so I don't have to keep doing live sessions through Microsoft Paint, which is really frustrating and time consuming. So I'm glad I finally have this set up. So today we're going to focus on Mod 26. I already know I went over with you guys Mod 26, but I don't think I explained it that well. So I'm going to try to make a whole video for that. Um, so basically, Mod 26 is used in pretty much all of the math-related ciphers and codebusters. Um, so yeah, some of the general premises you guys need to know is that each letter corresponds with a number. As you know, there's 26 total letters in the alphabet. Um, so that basically ranges from 0 to 25. So if you look at A, that corresponds with 0, B is 1, C is 2, D is 3, and that's going to go all the way to Z, which can be 25. But whenever you're doing math ciphers like affine ciphers or Hill ciphers, you're going to come across a really large number that's beyond 25. And once you get that answer, you might be stuck thinking, what do I do now? It doesn't correspond with any of these letters. And that's where mod 26 comes in. So let's say we have some random large number. I'm going to make one up right now, like 721. So as you know, 721 doesn't match with any of these numbers right here. It only goes up to 25. So that's why we need to kind of dumb it down into a smaller number, and that's where mod 26 comes in. So basically, there's really two ways of doing it. One way is to just subtract 26 from 721. So we're going to keep doing negative 26, just keep going. And you're going to keep on doing that until you reach a number between 0 and 25. I'm not going to do that. It's going to take forever. And that's exactly why we do these steps over here. It's a much shorter process than just simply subtracting 26 every single time. So how we're going to approach this is that we have our number 721 here. So step number 1 is to divide that number by 26. So if I go on my calculator, take 721, divide that by 26, that's going to give us 27.730, and let's round it 8. Whenever you're doing this, I don't recommend actually writing it. I'm writing it for visual purposes, but whenever you're actually doing it during the competition, I would not recommend writing it down. It's pretty time consuming. You can do it all on your calculator. So for now, I'm just going to write it so that you guys have a general idea of what it's like. So let's say I'm just going to round it to 4 places, so 7308. So you have that number. So we're going to look at step number 2, and we're going to subtract the whole number. And basically what that is we're going to look at whatever's the whole number here, so we know that it's 27. So we're just going to subtract that by 27. And that's just going to give us whatever's in the decimal place. So that's 0.7308. So we do that on our calculator. Just subtract 27. And we get that. So now we move on to step number 3, which is to multiply your answer by 26. I do that there. Multiply by 26. That's going to give us the number 19. And basically, if we look on our chart, we're going to look for 19. And that's going to be t. So we know that this is t. So basically 721 becomes t. And that's basically what you have to do whenever you come across really large numbers and that you need to dumb it down into a number between 0 and 25. So I'm just going to give you guys a couple of examples that I want you guys to try out. So I'm going to write them over here. 303. 10 to 8, 5, 16, 9, 54. So these are your example problems that I want you guys to do. Feel free to pause the video to try them. And then once you're done, I'll give you guys the answers. So assuming you guys pause the video and answer the questions, I'll give you the answers right now. So that's going to be 17, 15. And this is a trick question. We already know that this is a number between 0 and 25, so we don't actually have to do anything with this number. So that's just going to be 16. And then for the last one, that's going to be 18. So hopefully you guys got those right. And then of course use your chart and try to find that number and see which letter corresponds with that. So there's just one more thing that I want to go over. It's whenever you have a negative number, and I know that can be pretty confusing, but it's pretty much a similar process to what we've done before. So um, let's say you have a negative number like negative 15. If it's just like a small number like this, all you have to do pretty much is just add 26 to that. And then that's going to give you 11. So then, yeah, you look on your chart, you know that 11 is going to be L. So we just write that down. So whenever you have small numbers like this, again, all you have to do is just keep on adding 26 until you get a positive number. But let's say you have a really large number like negative 385. So it's pretty much the same process as what we've done with positive numbers, except there's just one small difference. So going over that process again, let's say we have negative, what was our number, 385. And then pretty much all we have to do is divide by 26. And we're going to come across this number right here. So what we want to do there, well, basically normally with positive numbers, all you have to do is subtract by the whole number, but we can't really do that here. So what we do now is that we just add the whole number plus 1. So that would be 15 essentially. And then that's going to give us a positive number. And then just like what we've done before, we're just going to multiply by 26. And that's going to give us 5. So then we know that negative 85 is basically just 5 when we mod 26 that. And then if we look at our charts, that's going to be F. So that's just F. Alright, so that's pretty much it in terms of mod 26. Again, I didn't mention it in this video, but when you're trying to notate mod 26, it's just going to be %26, and that's pretty much how you notate it. You don't really need to know that for the competition, but just for reference, whenever we're trying to reference mod 26, that's just basically it. So hopefully that helped out, and yeah, thanks.